Okay, so next we're going to add in a building. We're going to start with a shape. I'm going to make mine a house, so it will have a square for the base. And remember, we need to imagine this edge as facing us. So it's going to go pretty close to the sidewalk on the other side. Okay, so a square, and then a triangle for the roof. You know, just a little basic house. All right, so we've got that. And now, because of 1 point perspective, we need to draw it so that the side that's not facing us, any line that would be perpendicular to these lines, needs to go off towards the vanishing point. So we are going to select the line just like we did before. Actually, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, make it a little easier for us to see. We still need to see the vanishing point. Ooh, too big. Oh my goodness. Let's try this. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go here, select the regular line tool, and then from each of these corners, I'm going to make a line that goes back to the vanishing point. To the same vanishing point. All right, so those are guiding lines. We will erase them or delete them out later. So now we need to draw this end of the house. The house doesn't actually go off into the horizon. It would have to be a very, very long house to do that. So we're going to draw where it ends. We're going to use the line tool. And okay, so we're going to have a line that's parallel to this line, but it's going to follow along the same guiding lines. So that means it's going to be straight up and down in this case, but it's going to be shorter because it's meeting these guiding lines. Oops, but we want it actually straight. Okay, and then the line that goes from here to the roof line needs to be parallel to this line here. So that means it's going to be at that same angle, but further down, so it will be smaller. So line, come on. And it's going to start in the same spot, and it's going to go and meet up with this guiding line right here. Okay, so now we can kind of see what's happening, right? That's starting to look like a house. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Shape, Polyline, and then you're going to follow along your guiding lines. I didn't quite meet it, but that is okay. And we're going to fill it with whatever color we want our house to be. All right, and then you'll do the same thing for this top one. And I will show you how to add more details later. Okay, and then you'll delete out your guiding lines. You don't need them. Okay, so to fix any mistakes that we made, like I can see that those don't line up quite right. So like we did before, to fix them, you can double click until these purple dots show up, and then you can scooch things over. But again, you don't want to go too crazy because you don't want to mess up the perspective. You don't want to change it too much. Okay, so for any details that you're adding into your 1 point perspective drawing, anything that's on the face that's facing you that's going to be straight on. So like if you do a door or a window or whatever, it'll just be like a rectangle without worrying about it going back into space. But if it's on the plane that is facing away, that is going towards your vanishing point, it also has to go along those same guiding lines. So you start at the vanishing point, and then you can make a line. So if I want to put a row of windows, I can do them maybe like up to here, and then another one. So that's for the top of our windows. This is for the bottom. So any horizontal line that's on the side of the building facing away needs to go towards the vanishing point. Any vertical lines are just going to be vertical. They're going to be straight up and down for 1 point perspective. We're going to go to view, zoom. Let's zoom into like 100%, make it a little easier. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Click on line and then do the polyline. And then we're going to follow our guiding lines. We're going to make lines that are straight up and down, but they're going to follow along the guiding lines when they're horizontal. So straight up and down. If you hold shift, it will be straight up and down, and then following along the guiding lines until it makes a shape. And then I'm going to do another one. Click on lines.